Hey, it's Ellie. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So today I am building a house for my new Let's Play family. I released the Create a Sim video for them last Saturday. So if you want to see that, go check it out. I'll link it in the description down below. But this house is for them, like I said. The series is called Parenthood in the City. That's probably also the name of this build. Parenthood in the City house or something like that. But basically, the whole idea of the series is going to follow a couple, Kirsten and Natalie. They have a little daughter together. They have each their own things going on, but mostly they just want to raise a family and provide for them. So that's what we're going to be doing in that Let's Play. If you want to see it, I'll be releasing the first video tomorrow from when this comes out. Not tomorrow for me today, but yeah. Anyway, so the house, since it is in the city, I decided to build on I think it's called the Old Salt House lot or something. There is a house there already, but I bulldozed the lot and decided to make my own little converted warehouse type of home. And the reason I did this instead of building an apartment for them, which I originally was going to, but I gave Natalie the Mansion Baron lifetime aspiration, which means she wants like a home worth $50,000 for her first step, and lots of artwork, and I think later the amount of windows matter, and yeah, there's just a whole lot of things that I didn't feel like I could do very well with the apartments, and I didn't want to move them. I wanted to stay in the same lot and build up their house slowly as they get more money. So yeah, I just decided to build this little house on the Old Salt House lot. And I think it turned out really, really cute. I actually love this house. I especially love the wall color. I don't know why, but this red brick is probably one of my favorite walls in the whole of The Sims 4. And I try to play off of the red brick color for some of the house. Like, for example, I make a little kitchen that has red appliances, and I think that just looks so unique. The counters are completely white. I use the Parenthood counters. Surprise, surprise. Those counters are just honestly the best, though. I can't. They have the best color swatches. I think that's why I like them so much. The other color swatches for the counters are just not very good, to be honest. The texture of the countertop is always all wrong. Nobody has just a flat plastic looking counter. I mean, I'm sure some people do, but that is not the norm of most counters. They don't look like that. So yeah, I'm pausing for a really long time here. Sorry, I didn't realize that I paused for so long. I usually try to watch things back and cut out any long pauses, but I didn't even watch this one back because I didn't think I paused that much. But I was watching a show while I did this, like I usually am, and I always get distracted when something crazy happens in the show. Then I just like completely forget that I'm building, and I just watch the show, and then like 10 minutes later I look back and I've just been hovering in the game, and I'm just like, oh no, I just paused so much. But it's fine. Yeah, usually I cut it out like I said, but this time I guess I didn't. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying even at all. I lost my complete train of thought. So I decided to do a little half wall here to separate out the kitchen. Yeah, here's the red appliances too. I just I didn't want to put the cabinets and the counters along the windows. I didn't want them to be blocking the windows because I really, really like the windows. So yeah, I was going to do it here, but then I didn't like it. So I decided to make the kitchen pretty small. There is enough space for you to make a meal and all that. they use that corner counter to usually set things on, and I noticed they usually bake on the other counter. So, you really only need at least one counter space to make something, and that's all. And then other than that, you just need places to set things in the kitchen so they don't end up weird places like the living room or the bathroom counter or something like that. But everything is pretty small in this house. It's kind of cozy. I didn't want to make it huge. Also, I was trying to keep the price fairly low. I didn't want to go crazy with my Let's Play house. I did want it to look good, and I wanted it to be a nice speed build also, but I didn't want to make it crazy expensive. Like, these two young adult Sims just happen to have loads of money to buy this incredible house. I think this house ended up coming out to 46,000 simoleons, and with the lot that actually made it over 50,000, which gave one of my Sims her aspiration goal. Natalie has her mansion baron aspiration, one of them anyway, done, one of the goals. Still plenty more to get and do in that wish, but yeah. So it's not terribly expensive, this house. You can definitely afford it if you work a little bit with your Sims beforehand. I found that I can generally afford like a 50 grand house or so within a few Sim weeks. It's not terribly long. I can't remember how many Sim weeks it took me for my legacy challenge. That one also, I was adding to the house, and then I would completely delete everything and start over, which actually is not a good plan. I do not recommend that because all of your appliances will go down in value. So when you put more appliances and more furniture and then you use them and you delete them later, you're gonna lose money from that. So I would say live very small until you get enough money to afford this house, and then just buy it outright instead of trying to slowly improve. I think that's what works best for me anyway. But I decided I just put a little small living room. I use this side area for an office. I will probably add more to that area later when I have more money. I gave them like the cheapo computer. That's the worst computer there. I realized I was running out of money here, so I tried to change the fridge to a less expensive one, but I think I do go back and switch it to the red fridge. Maybe I don't do that in the speed build, but I will definitely put the red fridge back for when I upload it to the gallery, because it looks much, much better with the red appliances than two red appliances and then the one white one. That just looks silly. For the bedrooms, I did keep them pretty simple because I was running out of money. I tried to start with a much lower money than I ended up using. I wanted to only give them, let's see, I think I started this house with 35,000 simoleons, and I was hoping to keep it right in there so that the house and lot would be worth like almost 40,000. But I realized I didn't have enough things in the house. I wanted their furniture and everything to be pretty decent. Like I said, I didn't want them to be super well off, but I did want them to have planned to have a child and saved up enough money in their late teen and early adulthood years. They are both young adults, but I figure by now they probably saved up enough money and got some loans and everything to afford this smallish house, and as time goes on I will make it bigger. I have some plans for it. I want to add like probably 2 or 3 more bedrooms and a little home studio for Kirsten, because she is going to be a photographer, painter, kind of sim, something like that, I think. So yeah, I didn't end up being quite as cheap as I wanted it to be, but it wasn't expensive either, so I decided to just roll with it. I gave myself, I think, 5,000-ish more simoleons, or maybe 7,000. It was a small amount more, but you will have to work a little bit to get this house. You definitely can't afford it right away. I tried to play with color a little bit in the bedrooms and downstairs as well. I didn't want the whole house to be like not colorful. I don't that doesn't make sense probably, but I wanted it to be colorful for the most part, to have some bold colors in there, because that just seemed like the thing that this couple would do for their house. It just seems like the perfect furniture for them, to have some of these very bold, almost mismatched colors. They're not very mismatched though. I think they look really good together. I especially love that bed color with the zebra rug, the gold rug. I don't know why, but I think that looks really good. And then I gave their bedroom walls a different wall texture than the brick, because I figured they probably would have added those walls in to the old warehouse factory type building, because you know they didn't have bedroom sized rooms in a warehouse, so I assume they added those walls in so they were able to make them whatever color they wanted and use them to accent the brick wall really. So I like this house. I think it turned out really cute. Everything about it is nice, and it functions really well in The Sims. I already played one episode of the Parenthood in the City Let's Play, so yeah, it works well as far as I can tell. Everything looks pretty nice. But I think that's about the end of this speed build now. I don't do any landscaping on video. I had to give myself a few more simoleons to do some landscaping, so it did, yeah, that was a little bit more money that I had to spend, but I didn't want the lot to be completely bare. It's not very well decorated at all, but I did want room to expand in my Let's Play later, so yeah, I left it very bare. Let's just say that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel, because I post Sims videos every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye!